Hello EN bros, JP bros, welcome to another translated video. Hope you guys are having a good day, good night, whenever the heck you see this. As you saw in the thumbnail and title, I am reviewing Astel again. This time it's a ranked VOD, last time it was a tournament match, so I'm expecting that the gameplay will be a little bit different, more aggressive, less passive. So as of recently, I've started to really love Astel and become a big fan of his, and you know, I watch his Apex streams quite a bit. He's definitely my top 3 favorite VTubers, that's for sure, 1000%. And I know some of y'all in the comments are just gonna be like, Nick, that's just because he said hi to you on his stream. That might have contributed a little bit. Can neither confirm nor deny, but he's definitely the top 3, just saying. Now he's super cracked. I love watching his gameplay. He's super entertaining, super funny, except for when I see him using the charge rifle. Astel, I don't approve. How dare you turn to the dark side. Now this video is not on the match that got him to Masters, just because I feel like there wasn't a lot of content for me to work with. It was just mostly crypto scanning beacon and then rotating and then waiting and then scanning beacon and then going. I'm not to say it's like a super bad play style, because you know, if you really want Masters, then that's a surefire way to get your points. Just like content wise, it doesn't give me too much to work with, and so that's my reason why I haven't done that specific game, because I've had a lot of you guys asking me for it. But if it's something you really want, you know, it's mostly just circle rotations and stuff like that. If it's something you really want, then just let me know and then maybe we'll make a video on it. But yes, like I said, I'm a big fan of Astel. I freaking love the man, and yeah, I could just see myself really enjoying playing with him, and that just contributes a large part to why I love him so much. All right, the intro is now over. Let's just get into the video and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Alright, so we got a Horizon absolutely OP as heck right now. It could be said she's a little too OP. A little too OP. Bloodhound, always a good pick, and an Octane. Octane's good now. He's definitely okay. Octane's definitely weaker without Revenant right now, but you know, by himself he's fine, right? He's fine. You see Nicewig just dump it on lobbies with freaking Octane, so he's goated though. He's goated. Although I heard they're gonna freaking nerf him soon. Feels bad, man. I don't know why they're nerfing Octane and not Revenant. It makes no sense to me. Alright, so they're landing in labs. Other teams contesting them. But then they decide to veer off. They don't want to contest. Understandable, because usually in these lobbies, a lot of people don't want to risk the negative 48 RP right off the bat. It's really not something people want, right? So they'd rather go the whole game, and even if they don't gain any RP, they'd rather go the whole game and lose, I don't know, 10 compared to 48, which is understandable, or it can be a little bit more of like a boring play style or whatever. I don't really like to do that. I get bored too easily and I get impatient. So for me, I would usually rather just, you know, fight it out. I'd rather risk it. But I'm just weird, I guess. Alright, so we got a repeater Spitty. Flatline gang. Flatline gang for life. Flatline gang for life. I'm not the Spitty boss, okay? Some of you guys are like, Nick's the Spitty gang boss. No. I'm the boss of the Flatty gang. Don't forget it. Honestly, the repeater is goated right now, dude. Oh, clearly not goated enough. Alright, so it looks like the circle is over to the left. Yo, I still got the drip though. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Aha, got it. Okay, we got the map here. Let me read what my map notes say. The day I stop stuttering will be the day the world ends. So trust me, you don't want me to stop stuttering. All right, so my notes read: down and to the left, boom, boom. I saw the end circle when I was looking for the game, but I don't remember what it was. And this was literally like 2 minutes ago when I wrote the note. This is a really weird circle, because if it were to keep going down and to the left, then it would end up in the water by salvage. So this is probably not going to follow the same pattern. And what I mean by that is, usually the circles do not land in unplayable area for the most part, right? Respawn has had trouble with this in the past though, but according to them, it's not supposed to land in unplayable area. So it's not supposed to land in the water, and then in the very smaller end circles, right? It should not, for the most part, be on like a rock cliff right here, this unplayable area. So my guess is could honestly go anywhere slightly northeast of salvage, so like right here, and also slightly northwest, like right here, like right around this beacon. I've had this circle here right before as well. So, oh yeah, slightly north of the compound above caustic treatment. So this is the compound above caustic treatment, so anywhere in this general area. Openish area below the compound below market. So this is the compound below market and this area right here. So I'm like here, 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 or here. I forgot the thick cursor. I'm getting the thick cursor. All right, we got the thick cursor. Nick, are you going to make a joke about how you are sexually attracted to your thick cursor? Maybe, but not when you're expecting it. So not right now. They pinged a beacon, so this will be extremely helpful for determining the circle because of how weird the circle is. So this beacon right here, this is going to be very helpful in determining where it could go because it could honestly go anywhere. I said at the moment, I have no idea where this ring is going. I do now, but not when I wrote this. So we got the Flatty gang. Let's go, dude. Astel, you are officially part of the Flatty gang. Traded the Spitfire for the Flatty. It's my man. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, so we see that he's running the Eva and Flatline. So this is actually really interesting to me because I've been seeing a lot of people running the Eva instead of the Mastiff now ever since the Mastiff changes. And I'm starting to think that the Eva and the Mastiff are on pretty level playing ground. If not, maybe the Eva might even be a little bit better now. They do, for the most part, fairly similar damages. But what the real game changer is the strafe speed, in my opinion. What do I mean by that? When you use the Mastiff and you ADS, that will tighten the spread of the pellets. It's basically a choke when you ADS, right? But when you ADS, your strafe speed is significantly being lowered. Since the Mastiff and Eva do similar damages and have a more similar choke pattern or bullet spread, this means you might want to go with a gun that has a faster strafe speed. And since the Mastiff and the bullets aren't as compactly tight when you're hip firing, the Eva might be the better choice because the spread is the same regardless of whether you ADS or you're not ADSing. And so your hip fire with the Eva is infinitely better than it is with the Mastiff, which didn't used to matter before because the Mastiff did so much more damage. But now that the Mastiff and the Eva do similar damage, it actually changes the game quite a bit. And then the Flatline, hip fire legend, you know how I feel about the Flatline. Flatty gang, pebbles! These are some hip fire weapons to me. Is Astel a hip fire god? We'll see. Look, he's like, nah, I ain't about that Mastiff. I'm surprised at how free and unlooted Hydro is because Hydro was basically right at the very beginning of the dropship path. All right, we're hearing some explosions, some gunshots. I can't exactly tell where they're going. That might have just been him, one of Astel's teammates blowing up the thing. Whatever they're called, I don't know what they're called. I wish I was good with the Anvil Receiver Flatline because this thing shreds, dude. It absolutely shreds. So we saw a map room scan. So we know there's a team that landed map room. We know there's a team that landed labs. Labs should probably be either rotating down south or down to the left. And then map room, it only makes sense for them to either rotate to the left or north into repulsor. So if they go to repulsor, there's a good chance that there's going to be a team there. Are you saying that with your hindsight knowledge? No, I'm absolutely not. It only makes sense based off the positions of the teams. But I just kind of spoiled it, didn't I? Yeah, another scan. Let's go. They scanned it earlier at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Looks like somebody landed here. It's looking like it's looking like they might have landed map room, came to repulsor, looted, and then went back to map room. That's my best guess. So they're about to Canadian bacon scan. That just means beacon for the translator. Scanning beacon. Let me see it. It's still pulling to the left, bottom left. Since it pulled down and about half of the circle is in unplayable area, we can kind of take the guess that it's not going to be on this like bottom left quadrant. It's probably going to be here or here. Okay, just based off this information. Let me see what I said. This is a pretty huge beacon scan. Looks like it's going to keep pulling down. Astel's pinging potential circles. that I think I agree with for the most part. He said this one, and then I think he puts this thing over here, potentially this one. And then I was originally going to say the whole spiel about respawn and playable area during this one, but then I decided to do it earlier, and so
OK 調査したいし南の方を意識してもいい気がする
It's looking like, based off that zoom, that he wants to come in from the south, maybe? Potentially, and take that beacon, hold the edge. Not a bad idea. And look, this is probably map room team. Absolutely lasered, absolutely lasered. And Astel coming in with the nutty high ground, baby. I got laser going up, though. This is a super power position, okay? Power position. And then frying with the flatty, bro. You had two of them flesh, popped in there with the shotgun. Textbook. What a bunch of hits, bro. From that far away without ADSing. Eva on another level right now.
Thank you.
So we saw the Wraith portal out, and I'm gonna go back here real fast. As soon as you see Astel take this high ground, right? As the Wraith, you have to dip. You have to leave. You gotta instantly be like, he has high ground. We just saw our horizon queue up. We have nobody get up there and contest him. He is super high over us. We gotta leave. We gotta absolutely dip. The Wraith, in my opinion, waited way too long. The Wraith should have started portaling about here. Okay. We see a hound here. I think these are the two. There's one right here and then one right here. Yeah. So, oh, and one right here. So the Wraith is guaranteed to be one of these three people, right? I think this is the hound back here. But if you're the Wraith and you see this, like you see him fly and then like not fall down, you need to dip because you are going to get roasted, and then she got roasted. Okay, it's one of those things that Wraith players really need to like fine tune just purely by playing, just pure instinct. You got to make that portal decision fast, bro. Can't even say, should I portal? Should I portal? No, make it, do it. My man clearly plans on going through that shotgun ammo, okay? Because normally I never have more than like a full stack. You usually don't need more. But if you plan on shooting that, then I guess you might need more than one full stack. Y'all, I watched that song that Astel made with Ollie. That cover. It goes crazy. I'll link it. Go listen to it. Listen to it. Drop ship. Drop ship. Somebody's being rezzed. This is free kills. Look at what he's doing. I feel like instinctively a lot of players would come up over this way, you know, through this right side. But Astel, since he's the speedy character, he's instinctively going all the way around. The goal of this is to pinch the guy because the guy's not going to be able to fall and, you know, fall all the way past the choke, right? He's going to fall within this sort of like upside down backwards L. So Astel's running all the way over here just to pincer him. Good idea, because you don't want to let this free kill get away. That's RP. And if his teammate is there, that's also a trap for the team as well. There you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. Nick, hindsight. Do it! Don't make me slap my notes on the page. I'll do it! Right here! Satisfied now? Hope you're satisfied. And we see somebody that I suspect is his team, or we hear somebody that I suspect is his team fighting in cage. It's probably not worth taking the fight because it is round 2, so the ring's going to hurt more, and it looks like they might have a ways to go. And they could probably gatekeep down here as well. Going for that package. Now that I can take the sight off the Peacekeeper iron sights, they almost make me feel the same way as thick step cursor. American joke. Alright, we got the guys coming down the hill. Single fire mode, anvil receiver time. Let's go. Bond, where you at, Bond? Hitting. Nice. That did 86 damage. This thing shreds. And we're at -3 RP. Let's go. Easy. So what we're seeing right here is poke firing. And it's essentially saying, hey, we're making our presence known. Go away. Do not come this way or else we will gatekeep you. We will do bad things to you if you come this way. He essentially wants them to come over here, is my guess. He wants them to come and take this point right here. Go enter circle through this choke instead of coming down from the south. That way he has his backs clear. He doesn't really have to worry about too much. And he won't get third partied, right? If the fight lasts super long and then people around the area just start seeing knocks on the kill feed, then if there's a team over here, they're going to go brrrr, or they're going to go or they're going to go the other way, brrrr, you know, right down here to third party your fight, which you don't really want. So by forcing them to go this way, this means that a potential scary death situation is avoided. It looks like they don't care. Oh my god, charge rifle, no! Charge rifle triggers me, makes me mad. It seems like they're still trying to push in. I don't really know why. It's not in their benefit to push in this way. Oh, maybe not. They back off? I forgot. Got that single fire mode on. Let's go. We got about a ground pound some nerds. Let's go. So it's definitely good to hold out here and keep gatekeeping 1,000 million bajillion %. I just paused and unpaused for literally no reason. Huh? But yeah, I feel like that other entrance into the circle is just so obvious that they would have to be like incredibly dumb to push Astel's team from the south or come down south to push Astel's team. It makes no sense. 43 a shot. That's crazy. The repeater does like 42, I think. Or 43 or something like that. It's like having a mini repeater except bullets travel slower. Aha. Aha. What's the deal with everybody's heirlooms being a knife? Y'all ever wondered that? I want Horizon to have a pen. I want her to have her pen. I just ripped one. Where's the map? Okay. Zoom in. Thank you. Missed it. Heck. Wait. Okay. We got it. So it did pull down to the right. It's not going to pull down to the left. There's no way that that's happening. So it's going to come over here probably. And then once it ends up in this general area, it could still probably pull down to the right, but it could, you know, it could just pull anywhere. It can literally just pull anywhere once it comes down here. Because as we can see, it didn't really follow the trend of the original circle. So it went down to the left and it's clearly not going to keep going down to the left. So it can be any circle at this point. You know, I'm thinking either this one, because I've had it in here. I've had it in here, here. Definitely not here. Not enough salvages in for it to land here. So as we can see right here, there is a beacon in the ring. So if they wanted to and they have heat shields, they could go and throw some heat shields on the beacon and scan it. And so we can get an idea of where the next ring is. But I don't think they do it. But if you were playing, that would be an option for you to have. Although I actually think this game was a thing. This game was recorded when heat shields were removed from rank. Jeez. My man, calm down. But yeah, if heat shields were a thing, then you could probably have scanned that beacon. Okay, so Horizon and Astel swap shields. Why did this happen? Most of you are probably able to guess, but if you aren't able to, then this basically just happened because Astel right now is poking, and so he's farming his Evo shield. So he's just leveling it up. This is 250 left. So he's going to be doing damage from far away. So he's just going to keep poking and level it up to red. You often see this happen a lot with like gibbies and scouts or any sniper rifle or a repeater. So this often is Gibby's role, but obviously they don't have a Gibby. But then this role will usually just land to whoever has the sniper rifle, basically. You ever like twist your back super freaking hard and then you're like, oh, this feels so amazing, but I'm afraid of like breaking it in half? Yeah, it's me right now. Alright, so we got some gamers right up here. I'm totally surprised. I never expected. Oh, beamed! Absolutely lasered out of their minds. Killing's a good idea. But they're not going to push because you cracked them, right? And they know that they'd be pushing into your teammates to heal. But look at what he does. He does something interesting here as well, right? So he lasers this dude, right? And he doesn't want to re-peek the same angle, right? He doesn't want to re-peek the same angle. So he goes around to the right. And even though I'm pretty sure that enemy wasn't looking at him and couldn't see him on the left angle, when he re-peeks to the right, it's just a good habit to have because you don't want to peek where somebody's expecting you to peek, right? But then again, it could also be argued that a good player would expect him to go around and peek the other side. Then it's just like a little psychological rock, paper, scissors warfare game, you know? Lasers. Gotta freaking hate Fuse. Fuse, I'm assuming it is ulting to cover his teammate's escape. Although, when I originally watched this, I had no idea where he was. He's just eating so many grenades. Oh my god. How many nades is that? And then my man's rezzing? Lamau? If your teammates are getting freaking destroyed by a team and you are 2 feet away with basically no cover, then you do not res your teammates, you run away. Like, the Fuse's clear option was to run away. Alright, he dropped off a red. Very bug. Dropped off a red shield swap. I think because there's another red. My man's loot delivery. Respect it. Respect it. Alright, so you want to get out of here fast because we team over to the left, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It only makes sense that they would be there. Plus, I think they were shooting at him earlier, so. For some reason, these guys didn't third party the fight, and I have absolutely no idea as to why. They're kind of cowards. That would have been an amazing third party for them. One of Astel's teammates went down, and the other guy, so it would have been a 3v2 right off the bat. I don't know why they didn't third party. They 100% should have. They could have capitalized off of it. Yeah, so it looks like he's in between 2 teams right now. One to the south, one to the north. This is a bad position to be in. You are getting steamrolled from both sides. I mean, he's not getting, like, his health's fine, but, like, you don't have very many angles you can play here. All right, so we can see the next circle, okay? The next circle is right to the west. Right? So that means they're going to be forced to come in this way, and these guys are going to be forced to come in this way, and then these guys to the north are going to be forced to rotate south and come in this way. So as they rotate in, they're still going to be in the exact same position. They're going to be very pincered. 3x? Oh, let's go. 3x on the flatty, high-key underrated. Although the recoil's a little bit even crazier to control. 3x, the schmexiest sight. I would take her to dinner if I could. Alright, so they're on 2 different buildings. That's pretty annoying, because now he's not going to be able to peek the guy on the left without the guy on the right being able to shoot at him. Oh, maybe not. Shooting at somebody else, or they're getting shot at by somebody else? Some guy right behind. He only scanned 1. I don't remember how this plays out. He only scanned 1. Astel says full send, let's go. Look at that strafe. Look at that strafe, baby. Strafe put in with some crouches. Here, bug. Here, cool. Solo? Gold res? I don't remember if they gold res. Look at that. Look how this man takes command. I actually freaking love this. Look. So his teammates spot somebody and there are explosions, I guess? And they're moving here, right? Because we saw a ping there. And Astel's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Don't worry about it. Just get over here. Position matters more right now. And I think that's a good call. And I actually really, really respect how he did that. Whoa! Oh, frick. I forgot about that. Look at that. Look at this mid-air dodge. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Doing some freaking gymnastics out here, bro. That was insane. These guys to the left are just so weird. I don't know what they're doing. Looks like they're going for an early rotate in, third party or whatever. Clearing this area is probably a priority right now because I'm pretty sure that this behind this rock isn't going to be inside the circle. Maybe this, although I doubt it, right? So he wants this to be clear as he rotates in, or else he's going to have to fight right here, right? As these guys from the south rotate in, they're going to see him fighting and third party them, and it's going to be really annoying. And so for some reason, these guys haven't started to move yet, so you want to clear this area out basically as fast as you can. You don't want people in front of you and people behind you. Hip fire legends, baby. Freaking love it. Even though he like missed, but don't worry about it. We're just gonna pretend he hit them all. Just because I simp. Alright, is your north clear? We know where one team is, but we don't know where the other team is. Be wary of your north. So right here, this is actually a pretty good position because based off the map, we don't exactly know where both teams are, but we know one team is over here, right? And so they're going to be forced to push up this way. And so you can gatekeep. You can gatekeep from right here, assuming you have like that height or whatever. You want to get up there on this cliff, right? To be able to gatekeep these guys from going in. We don't know where this other team is though, so this other team could pose a problem. This white healing of Octane is actually like really convenient. Behind that rock. Is that a Revenant? Is that a Bloodhound? That's a Hound. Yeah, they're kind of boned back there. You just gatekeep them from over here. You literally just gatekeep them as they walk in. Then free win. Looks like he's going for a separate angle on them. This is probably not the worst idea. Now we know who the other team is. Okay, so one caveat with Octane is that his escapability is not the same as like a Wraith Q or a Pathfinder Q. As you try to get away with his stim and his ultimate, you for the most part are still put in the line of sight of enemies. In terms of being able to push up and then get out easily, Octane really isn't the best character for that. You know, I'm not saying he's bad. He's definitely better than like a Bloodhound or whatever in terms of escapability, but you really don't leave the enemies at line of sight. You're either just running or you're just in the air and you just, you know, follow their fall path, right? You just control your spray and then you just beam him as he comes down. So unfortunately, Octane isn't the most ideal character for going out and like scouting and like poking something. You want to usually leave that to like a Wraith or whatever. But to be fair, none of us really expected that team to be there, so just in pasta. Fat Q. Fat Horizon Q. That actually is like really bug. Popping the selfie right here. On the low ground, these guys are probably going to push up soon and be right in your face. Hit that shield swap. He like. Alright, we'll talk about that. Okay, so we're gonna go back here a little bit. So we see him go for a gold swap right here. There's an enemy right below him. He hovers over it, and then I think he clicks it, but either he decided he didn't want it or he forgot to hold, because for some reason when you swap to a gold you have to hold to replace, which I think is dumb. You should just be able to click it like normal. So without the shield swap, he barely gets off the bat, right? So he healed the bat and then he just got absolutely beamed, right? And so if he had the shield, then he could have focused on using a syringe or a med kit. He would have gotten that off. He would have had more health and probably been able to react faster. I think he would have died either way or gone down either way, but it would have given him more of a chance to survive. Those teammates are on the low ground right now. They are on the disadvantageous position. Getting up on the high ground, actually, I don't think would do too much right now, just because like there isn't really much cover for them to work with. These guys 100% have the strongest position right now, just because they have cover and high ground. If he climbs up here, there really isn't much to work with. And their guys straight to the north. This is a bad position to be in because these guys are going to come from the north and these guys up top No, sorry, these guys are going to come from the south, and these guys up top are going to come from the north and rotate down south, and these guys are going to rotate up north. They're just going to pincer you.
蘇生して。
The bad situation to be in. Popping that resi. Honestly, the fact that he was able to get this res off and didn't die is just impressive. Not like the hound resing him, but like the fact that he wasn't finished at any point. And so they were just scanned. I think they were scanned earlier too while he was down. But these guys are on height. They scanned, they saw, you can see the two people healing from the animation, so they could have pushed on that maybe, I don't know. I think I'm just saying things right now. And now they're pincered. Rip. It's actually a huge jump pad to get away. A huge jump pad that actually like succeeded really well. Popping a bat. The fact that he was able to get out of this, and the fact that, wait, hold on, does this Horizon get out of this? Yeah, the fact that two of them make it out of that is just insane to me. At this point, you definitely just want to hide. He took off his 3x. Good idea. It's going to be basically close range from now on. There's almost no reason to have it. There's nothing wrong with taking sights off your guns when you don't need them anymore. Plus, the flatline irons are pretty tasty. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm flatty gang. Thanks. I think he's missing. Not a bad nade. That one was a pretty good nade. Look at this strafe! Look at that! I got it so sexy! Listen, this is how you should all be moving. Look at that! Rip. Almost 1v2 though. Almost 1v2. And then looks like the other team is finished off first, I think. There it is, yeah. Second. At a whopping 2,700 damage. That flatline hits like a truck, bro. That flatline anvil receiver should not be messed with. Overall, I think they played that fairly well. They kind of played what they were given, you know, pretty spectacular. In terms of position, I can't really see how much they could have exactly changed. The only thing that I can really critique and say that you probably shouldn't have done is scouting that far ahead with Octane without knowing where the other team was. It's easy to say, oh, it's easy to say that because, like, you know, we've seen it and there's hindsight, but, you know, none of us expected that team to be there. It was kind of an awkward place for that team to be. But at the same time, maybe just the general rule is to be careful about scouting when you don't know where enemies are, especially in the final circle. It's more what I mean though, in the last like circle or two. Like, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. He played it really well, though. He's a good player with 1,000%. I mean, I know this. I'm an Astel fan. Of course I know. He's a good player. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I enjoyed making it, even though it fries my brain, and I get really exhausted after doing one of these. And yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty because I got all these lights on me. It gets really hot at night for some unknown reason. So if you see my sweat, don't worry about it. No, you didn't. And yeah, Astel's link and all of his stuff will be down in the description below. Definitely recommend subbing to him. I think this guy is an amazing creator, and I want to help give him as much exposure as possible because I think he's freaking amazing. So yeah, go check out his stuff. All his newest cover will also be in the description down below if you want to hear an absolute banger. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy his content. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I stream on YouTube Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and for the most part, Fridays as well. So I hope to see you guys join the stream. We all have a lot of fun. And yeah, if you like MILFs, my stream is the place for you. Okay, we're ending the video now. Bye. Before I get any more down horrendous.